In this video I'll be going through a quick run through of upgrading the VMs that I use just for some testing purposes from SQL Server 2022 to SQL Server 2025, and this is both the Windows VM that I've got and the Linux VM as well. So you know the kind of purpose really is just to kind of show the kind of the upgrade process, and you know some of the nuances with the kind of Linux side of things, and it'll ultimately allow me to use some of the AI built-in features that have come out in the SQL Server 2025. So we'll jump over to the demo. So the first thing I'll do is just jump into the VM for SQL Server 2022, and then you know I've already downloaded the preview version of the ISO, so I don't need to download that, but you know what I will need to do is just add a DVD drive to the Hyper-V image that I've got, and then just browse that ISO image there. So I'll just do that now, and then we can just launch the setup. So it's pretty much the same as all of the other setup wizards. You know, I've kind of been using SQL Server since SQL Server 7, and this is 17, I think it is. So you know we've got the new feature if we were doing a blank install, or you know down the bottom we've got an upgrade. So I'll just choose the upgrade there. So that's just kind of running through all the extraction and all the rest of it of the DVD onto the virtual drives, and yeah. So what we can do here is we've got the particular edition. So I know that we've got the Enterprise Developer Edition installed here, so I'll select that and just agree to the terms and conditions there. So it's just going to run through its prereqs, and you know, as you can see there, we've got the Enterprise Developer Edition. So I've only got a limited amount of kind of features installed, and we're just going to install and upgrade all of them. So again, you know, we've got the Enterprise Developer Edition here. If we didn't have that version selected, if we just left it at the default evaluation, then what would happen is it would moan on that page there. So we'll just do an upgrade here. So again, this is just you know, box standard install like any other version of SQL Server, and it'll just run through, you know, kind of updating the prereq packages and that sort of thing. It's not actually too bad these days in terms of the time it takes to run the upgrade process. Obviously it kind of depends on the installation that you've got, and you know what features you've got installed, how many databases are kind of in the instance of SQL Server. Obviously the more databases that you've got and the more features and the bigger the databases, then the longer the kind of install process will take. But this is just a basic simple test database with one DB, one table. It is replicated over to Linux, so you know we'll kind of go through that later in the kind of video, but you know it is pretty much basic, and it's you know obviously stopped the instances of the services, and it's copying the files over. So So just running through the kind of post actions now and doing some upgrades, and pretty much done, I think. So yeah, so it's just shutting down those instances now, and then it'll run its post actions on that. So what we can do is we can just have a quick look in a minute to check what state the services are in. It does actually take a bit longer, this last little bit. So it's obviously installing the binaries and the first part of the process, and like I say, we could install some additional SQL tools. We've got the management studio there, which has just been released yesterday. So I'll just download that while we're waiting. We'll just have a quick see how it's getting on. Taking a little bit more time by the looks of it, so I'll just jump back and just start the kind of download process for Management Studio. So we can see things are pretty much finishing up now. So it's starting up the instance, and just finishing off. So I'll just have a quick look at the services we can see. Some of the services have started back up again. It's just removing some bits and bobs. So if we have a look at the services, yeah, you can see analysis services now all up and running okay. So we need to do a reboot, but I'll kind of look at that afterwards. Yeah, that's done what we needed to do. So jump back in here, and you can see we've now got the AI assistants in there. So we'll kind of select that, and we won't bother with the other kind of stuff in this particular instance. But yeah, and it hasn't really added that much to the kind of disk space, so we'll just carry on. Just install that. And again, it's not too big, so just go back in and have a quick look to see if there's anything else new in the install. We've been through the data tools and stuff like that. So obviously we could change the edition if we were wanted to. There's nothing really, but we've got a system config checker, so we can check that everything's installed correctly. And obviously, if we wanted to do a Windows cluster install, we could prep that for the install. But this is just Linux, so yeah, nothing else. Linux clustering, that is. So I'll just finish off what it needs to do. So again, not too long really. Kind of about 8 to 9 minutes on a VM. There we go. So we're all done with that. Yeah. So we'll remove the previous version afterwards. but we'll just jump back. Let's go back to the. So we've got both versions there now. So we'll jump into the new version. We'll skip that for the time being. So yeah, we will import the settings. I mean, I haven't really changed much in here, but and we've got a new dialog experience by the looks of it. So yeah, we'll enable that. So it has got our connections there. So we can connect to the Windows version. There's the test database and got the table there. But I won't open it in that mode. I'll just do an edit. So now we'll go back to the Linux VM. Just make sure that that's still working as we expected. So I'll just try to connect to that. So we are using SQL authentication for this. So I'll just I could have used the recent connection, but it's just to prove the point that it's SQL, not Windows authentication. And so if I just change that, just go back here and we'll just refresh it. So obviously the VM for Linux has just booted up, so it might take some time just to kind of start the services up there. So just is taking some time here. So, but there we go. So it's replicated over. So we've got something that we can just test again. And it's refreshed quite quickly now, so it's replicating over. So that's pretty much it really. So we've taken our SQL Server and upgraded it. So I'll just have a quick look to see whether, so the versions they're okay. Nothing really changed much in there. So let's just have a quick look in to see if there's anything in here. So we've got some options down the bottom to do some upgrade. You can back it up, take it offline, that sort of thing. So don't really think much has changed there. But what we can do, obviously we've still got the compatibility level set to 2022, so I'll just update that to 2025 and make sure that replication's still running after we've done that. So so that's working now. So yeah, all good. So we'll just jump over to the Linux VM. So what we'll do is we won't do it through the actual VM. We'll use the Windows dev machine. But as we can see here, we've got the installation guides for Ubuntu, and it's pretty much the same, I think, as the previous version. But what we can do is check the version number. So we're running a later version of Ubuntu, but we'll just remote into that in a second. But what I've got is I've got some notes from when I originally did the install of the Linux instance. I'll just open that up. So as you can see here, we've got it's pretty much the same process really. We're doing an update, we're getting the keys from Microsoft, and then we're adding the repository. We had to do a little bit of messing about with some Debian packages and stuff like that to get it to work, but then the rest of it's pretty much the same. So I'll just jump onto the server. So just make sure we've done an update. Yeah, but what we can do is just have a quick look through here. So I'll just make sure that that's set correctly. That's right, and then we'll make sure the public key is updated. And then if we jump back to here, we've got some notes here. So we've got some additional steps for the preview version. So let's have a just quick look at what's different. Those two look to be the same, but I think there might be a difference in the repository. I think that's the difference. Yeah. So that's the difference there. So we'll just we'll take the preview version and we'll just make sure we update that. So we're using that preview, and then we can just do the kind of same thing again. We'll just update to get the latest packages, and then we'll just we'll just do the install. It does kind of say that we should uninstall and reinstall, but we'll see if this works and see what happens. And there we go. Yeah, it's going to upgrade it. So this is actually quite a bit better than the previous times that I've done an install on the Linux version, because before you did have to uninstall, but it's going to upgrade from 17 to 16. Sorry, 17 over the top of 16, I should say. So let's just refresh everything. Just to try to do a refresh, and there, yeah. So it's bombed out the original instance. So still getting an error. So it's in recovery mode at the minute, or upgrade mode, I should say. So let's check that there's nothing else that we need to do. Doesn't kind of look like it. So we can just have a quick look at the status. And yeah, seems to be active and running. So we'll jump back to SQL Server, and we're now connected, and the versions are the same. So we can now have a quick look at the. I'll just close these two down. Have new sessions. So just select those, and we'll just edit. So edit that over. Oh yeah, straight away, REPL's working. So check it again. Make sure it wasn't a fluke. Taking a little bit of time now. So yeah, there we go. So REPL's now working. So yeah, so we've there's nothing else that we need to do. So yeah, we would disable the SA account if we we're using this in production. But yeah, that's pretty much it really that we need to do there. So what we've done is we've upgraded the Windows SQL Server 2022 to 2025. We've installed the SQL Server Management Studios to the latest version. We checked that the REPL still worked, which it did, and then we jumped over to the Linux server, and we upgraded that to the preview version as well. Yeah, so that's pretty much it really. Like I say, it's just a dev environment that I kind of use really, just for testing things out, and I'm sure that I can have a look at the AI features to the kind of RAG augmented features that come with SQL Server 2025, and hopefully be able to record another video on that. So thanks for watching. Cheers.